All right, this subsection is just multiplying larger polynomials. And you just want to develop a systematic way of using the distributive property. When you just had two binomials, it was relatively easy, right? Now we have a trinomial to the binomial. We just want to make sure nothing gets skipped. So at the very end of the day, I should get 6 terms. And I want to make sure that I multiply each term here, the x squared, the 2x, and the 3, to each of these terms. You can go in any random order if you want to, but boy, I recommend having some system. So I'm just going to take x squared times x, and then x squared times 4. So that's going to give me x cubed plus 4x squared. And then I'm going to move on to the next one. I'll take 2x times x and 2x times 4. So 2x times x is a plus 2x squared, and then 2x times 4 is plus 8x. And then move to the last one. 3 times x and 3 times 4. So plus 3x plus 12. We could have gone in any order. You could have taken the x squared and multiplied it by the x and then the 4, then moved on to this one. Now we're going to be able to combine some like terms most likely. So it's best to I recommend writing these in standard order, so descending order. So we're going to have x cubed and no x cubes to combine, so I'm just going to put x cubed. How about the x squared term? So I've got 2 terms I can combine. So 4x squared plus 2x squared is a 6x squared. Both of those got worked out. These are nice because everything actually ended up side by side. 8x plus 3x is 11x. And then plus 12. Next one. So y minus 3 times 2y squared minus y plus 5. Does not matter that we're multiplying in a different order. We have a binomial to the trinomial. Doesn't matter at all. Just take this term here. I'm going to take the y times each of these. So y times 2y squared, and then y times a minus y, and then y times 5. So that'll be 2y cubed. Then y times a minus y is a minus y squared. Y times 5 is a plus 5y. Take that negative 3. Be careful with the negative sign. So negative 3 times 2y squared is going to be a minus 6y squared. Negative 3 times a negative y is a positive 3y. Negative 3 times 5 is a minus 15. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show this next step, which is completely optional, where I write the like terms side by side. So I'll have 2y cubed minus y squared. Where's my other y squared term? Right here. So minus 6y squared. So again, I'm just taking these here, putting them side by side. And then I've got a 5y and a 3y. So plus 5y plus 3y minus 15. That was an optional step. It just makes it mentally a little bit easier. There we go. Combine those terms. So negative y squared, we'll say plus a negative 6y squared is a minus 7y squared. And then 5y plus 3y is a plus 8y. And then the minus 15. Did not have anybody to pair with. Okay, let's do one more. It's now we have a 4-term polynomial times the binomial. And again, we can go in any order we want here. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this x cubed times x. And so how many terms should I end up with here once I multiply? 1, 2, 3, 4 times 2 is 8. So I should end up with 8 terms here. So I'm going to have x to the 4th. And then I'll just go ahead and take care of that one. X times a negative 1 is, x cubed times negative 1 is a minus x cubed. And just move on. 2x squared times x is plus 2x cubed. 2x squared times a minus 1 is a minus 2x squared. Move on to the next one. X times x is a plus x squared. X times a minus 1 is a minus 1x, or just put minus x. And then the last one, 1 times x is plus x, and then 1 times a minus 1 is a minus 1. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Doesn't mean I'm right, but it's one little check I can do. Okay, So let's go ahead and write my like terms side by side. Ooh, look at that. That worked out nice again. So I've got my x cubed terms right beside each other, my x squared terms beside each other, and my x's right beside each other. That will not always happen. So what do we have here? We're going to go ahead and write x to the fourth. And we have 2 minus 1 is 1, so plus x cubed. And then we have a negative 2 plus 1 is a negative x squared. And then these actually cancel out. And then we'll have minus 1. There we go. I hope that helps.